right. Surprised that this is even working at all right now, but praise the Lord. Glad that it is. We're out here on the property, y'all, and I'm just getting this camera situated. All right. Hopefully that'll work. I don't know how well you guys can see because I can't actually see the phone screen right now. I'm trying not to slip, but I will not be paying any attention to the comments or how many people check this out. This is simply a test video. I honestly don't expect it to work very well at all, if it even works. I'm surprised that it actually is saying that I'm on the live right now. I don't expect the video quality to be very good because I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I'm trying to make sure that I don't get this stuff wet. Oh, or sweat. What's that guy? It's a catfish right there. Like I said, I don't know how well you guys can see. Wading in about ooh, uh probably 3.5 feet of water right here, going up just about to my waist, and trying to do this for a quality check for future videos and content on this channel for YouTube, of course, and then also for Facebook and Snapchat. Um, but mainly it's for the live, so for YouTube and Facebook here. So anyway, I am out here and oh, jeez Louise, man. Yeah, there's some deep holes out here where I am in this creek, and so if I randomly make a weird remark or something, it's because I'm having to wade cautiously through here as not to slip. And I've got electronics on my waist, not just the phone, which I don't even know if the live feed is going still right now. But anyway, I am trying to carefully get over there without slipping into an area that yeah, see, I almost just did right now. And do not want to get this stuff wet, so I might have to rethink this or get out on the bank somewhere. Uh, ooh, yep, it's getting that spot. You know what I'm saying? And I think some of the stuff's getting wet. Dadgummit. Right, that's not good because that thing ain't waterproof. Look at all. Oh man, see, is this still going? Yeah, it is. All right. Uh, yeah, I'll have to give me just a second. I got to get resituated here because I didn't realize that this spot was so deep. And right now, if I don't get on some dry land, I'm about to have some issues with this thing that I got on my waist with all my stuff in it. Like a, well, I'd show you guys, but I need to get on dry land first. Yep, I'm slipping into a hole. Dadgummit. Lord, please let me get up here. Yeah, some of this stuff you just step in one spot and it's just nothing but a mud hole. And so all of a sudden you're you're slipping down like 2 feet out of nowhere just from one step. Alrighty, that's what I need. Some much more solid ground here. Uh, yeah, give me just a second to check this out. Already seen a catfish, already seen tons of minnows. I need to set out a minnow trap. And see also what just got wet in this bag. I wonder if the live feed allows the iPhone's camera to come on while live people. Let's see. Oh man, we actually got some people on there. Thank you guys for the comments. Anybody that's on here listening, Zach, love you, brother. Hopefully you can come out here sometime soon. I had a great time last time we went camping, so hopefully we can go out here and do this. I'm trying to clear a way so that you can go all the way from the house to the river on a boat, but it ran into some issues, so we're out here tonight to finish the job on this creek. Let's see. All right. See if I can turn the camera on. Or not the camera, but the flashlight. Nope. I guess it doesn't allow for that on a live stream, and that's okay. That's gonna save battery. I still got flashlights out here. So we're clearing out this creek, and I just ran into a deep spot, so I'm having to get on dry land real quick. I'm putting my phone back in the spot that it was, so I won't be able to read anything for a little bit until I check that again. But to all who are watching, welcome, and I hope that you're having a good night. I'm just doing this for testing purposes. I'm surprised that it's actually working. That is a blessing because I'm not really in a place where I thought that there would be any cellular reception at all, let alone good enough reception to actually do a live stream. So that's awesome. Okay, see here. Move that around. All right, excellent. Yeah, over the years I've taken well, I've tried not to be stingy, with this place. This place is a blessing to have any access to. And when I was a lot younger, like elementary school, young, and middle school, and even part of high school, actually, it wasn't until I was 17 that I moved with my dad full time. I didn't really have access to this, and it is definitely a blessing that God has allowed me to have access to a place to ride four wheelers and hunt and fish and experience His creation because none of this would exist, let alone me or the ability to access any of this if it wasn't for him. And so he deserves all the credit, all the honor, and all the glory for everything good. And surely to me, being raised to hunt and fish, this is a good thing, having access to this. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And like I was just sharing on Snapchat before I swapped over to YouTube Live, if it's still working, um, also the ability to come out here and do this, like, you know how many people wouldn't dare do something like this without having somebody with them? And I'm not trying to brag, but like I shared on Snapchat, that doesn't just happen overnight. It took my dad raising me doing stuff like this from a real young age, to get to the point that I could come out here on my own and, I mean, not be scared. One of the first times I went out when I was like 5, I'll tell this story while I'm doing this so you guys that are, on the live stream have something to listen to, but this is a true story, that happened when I was 6 years old. I may have been 5, but I'm pretty sure I was 6. Actually, I'm positive I was 6. My father was teaching me how to gig, and at the time, he was teaching me how to shoot guns and stuff. I killed my first deer when I was 8, another story, but that just gives you kind of an idea of, um, how into it I am and how young I was when I started doing this stuff. But anyway, uh, when I was 6 years old, I went, gigging with my dad for the first time, and we started doing it. And by the way, for those that don't know, gigging is, something that you really can only do legally for 2 kinds of fish that I know of. I'm sure that there might be others, but at least where I'm from, in fresh water, you can gig creeks, and now a gig is like a Poseidon type, trident, or, sometimes there's 4 or 5 tips on the spear instead of, 3. It doesn't have to be a trident, but the point is a bunch of spears at the end, and, during springtime in, the United States, in certain states, there is a species of fish known as, I've I've always heard them called suckers. That's what I've always heard them called, uh, red horse suckers or something like that. Anyway, they kinda resemble somewhat of like a carp, and you can't really catch them on a fishing pole that easily because 'cause they're bottom feeders, and so what you do is during the springtime, and there is a season for them, you, go out with a gig, usually with a buddy, and, you make a little camp or campfire, and it's kind of an all-night adventure where you start at the base of a creek and go all the way up the creek with the gig at nighttime, um, and you walk up on the suckers while they're sleeping, and you gig them. And, I know that there's plenty of people nowadays that are animal rights activists, even, for fish. And for those of you that think it's messed up that you're stabbing a fish, well, I want you to just understand this. First of all, um, whenever someone catches a fish, most of the time the way that they die is by suffocation because obviously they breathe H2O. They don't breathe air. They can't, so they die. And so, being impaled by a spear tip, it's probably a quicker way to go than suffocating to death. But then again, I'm not saying that to really appease anybody because I think a lot of people nowadays are confused when it comes to stuff like hunting and fishing and genders and abortion, all that stuff. People are very confused. Well, you know what it is? People are blinded. They're blinded, and they're deceived, very deceived, and it's not funny. It's actually really heartbreaking, sad, and so I devote my life to telling people about Jesus Christ because He's the only way and the only answer to all of life's problems. Which, if you don't give your life to Him, life's problems are only going to get harder for you. But anyway, so the story. This is kind of a funny story. When I was 6 years old, my dad and I we went gigging together, and I think it was like my second or third time ever going. So I'd only gone like once or twice ever before, and the other times that I had gone, the 2 times maybe that I had gone, I